morning, children. We'll continue with Shakespeare. We were doing Act 5, Scene 1. This is the last act in this play, and we were at page 202. The beginning of the scene, Lorenzo and Jessica are waiting outside in the garden. It is a moonlit night. They are talking about lovers in Greek mythology, Roman mythology, lovers who were both faithful and unfaithful to each other. So there is an air of romance, an atmosphere of romance. And the previous scene was the trial scene. The tension of the trial scene disappears in the last act of the play. And they are talking about music. And the musicians come on the page 202. The musicians enter. They want to welcome Portia and Nerissa with music. And Jessica says, I never marry when I hear sweet music. When I hear sweet music, I feel sad. And Lorenzo says, the reason is your spirits are attentive. Your senses, your feelings are so attentive that you are lost in the music. And then he goes on to explain about the effect of music. Music is very powerful. It has an effect even on animals. For do but note a wild and wanton herd. You may have noticed a wild and wanton herd or race of youthful and unhandled colts. Herd refers to a number of horses. Colt is horses. Youthful and unhandled means very young, very inexperienced, untamed horses. And it is not one horse, but it is a group of horses, herd of horses, a number of horses. We don't say group, we say herd of horses. For do but note a wild and wanton herd or race of youthful and unhandled colts. Race means they are running, they are jumping about madly. Because these horses are untamed, untrained, and they are wild. Fetching mad bounds, jumping about, making a loud noise, bellowing and neighing loudly. Neighing is the sound of horse made by horses. So loudly, they are neighing loudly, which is but the hot condition of their blood. It is natural. Hot condition of their blood means it is natural for young, untrained horses to behave in this way. Behave how? Jumping about madly, neighing loudly. If they but hear perchance a trumpet sound, if these horses, if this herd of horses hear a trumpet sound, the sound of some music or any air of music touch their ears. It need not be the sound of a trumpet, it can be any music. If it reaches their ears, if they are able to hear any music from anywhere, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand. Mutual stand means all together, in one accord. All these wild horses will stand quietly and will not jump about or be wild in their behavior. When they hear the music, any music or any air of music touch their ears. Touch their ears means it just has to reach their ears. And what will happen? Their behavior is changed. They will remain quiet and modest. Or any air of music touch their ears, you shall perceive. Perceive means you will see them. Make a mutual stand. Mutual means all together. That whole herd of horses will remain quiet and silent. Their savage eyes turned to a modest gaze. Before they were looking very wild. Even their eyes will become calm and quiet by the sweet power of music. Such is the power of music. Therefore, the poet did fear that Orvis. The poet here refers to Ovid. Ovid is the poet. The notes are given at the back. You can refer to the notes. Therefore, the poet Ovid did feign that Orpheus drew trees, stones and floods. Orpheus is a Greek musician. When he played music, trees and stones and even streams, water will move from one place to the other. So here Shakespeare wants to emphasize the power of music. Therefore the poet is Ovid, the Roman poet, did feign that he wrote in his book that Orpheus is the Greek musician, drew trees, stones and plants, was able to move the position of trees and stones and water from one place to the other. How? By the power of his music. Since not so stockish, hard and full of rage. Not means nothing. Stockish means hard-hearted people, very hard-hearted people, stubborn, obstinate people. Since not so stockish, hard and full of rage means very angry, stubborn, obstinate people. But music for a time doth change his nature. Such people who are very hard-hearted and stubborn, if they hear music, there will be a change in their behavior. So, music influences not only man but also animals. But music for the time doth change his nature. Music will cause a transformation in his attitude and behavior. He will not be stubborn, he will not get angry. But music for the time doth change his nature. The man that hath no music in himself, a person who cannot appreciate music, nor is not moved with the concord of sweet sounds, a person who is not influenced, or a person who cannot appreciate sweet, harmonious music, is fit for treason, stratagems and spoils. Treason, treachery, unfaithfulness. Stratagems is cunning plots. Such a person who cannot appreciate music cannot be trusted. He will always be having wicked thoughts in his mind. He will always be planning something wicked. Is fit for treason, he will be unfaithful, he will be treacherous. Is fit for treason, stratagems and spoils. Who? The person who cannot appreciate music, or the person who is not influenced by music will be treacherous, will be stubborn, will be full of anger, and we should not trust such people. Is fit for treason, stratagems and spoils. The motions of his spirit are dull as night. The motions of his spirit means his attitude, his feelings, his thoughts, his emotions are very dark and wicked. And his affections dark as Erebus. Erebus is the deepest or darkest part of hell. So this person's behavior, attitude and his feelings, his thoughts will be wicked. You cannot trust such a person. And his affections dark as Erebus. Let no such man be trusted. Such a person should not be trusted at all. Mark the music. So then music is heard and Lorenzo draws the attention of Jessica of Jessica to the music. Enter Portia and Nerissa. That light we see is burning in my hall. They see a candle light burning in the Portia's house. How far that little candle throws his beams, so shines a good deed in a naughty world. The world is wicked. So if you do one good deed, that good deed will be appreciated, will be loved, will be shining before others, in front of others in this world which is corrupt and wicked. How far that little candle throws his beams. The light of the candle is very small, but that light is so powerful that a very vast area comes under that light. The light of the candle shines in a very vast area. So a good deed also will be reflected, will stand out, will be appreciated and admired in this world which is wicked. Nerissa, when the moon shone, we did not see the candle. When the moon was shining, we did not see the candle light. Only when the moon was covered by clouds, we saw the candle light. So doth the greater glory dim the less. So, a greater glory will cover or overshadow a glory which is less. And here Portia gives the example of a king. If the king is not present, he will order a substitute to rule in his place. A substitute shines brightly as the king until a king is by. So this ruler, who is not really the king, who is only a substitute means ruling the country in place of the king, because the king is absent at that time. But then his glory will appear like the king. His power and authority will be like the king. But when the king arrives, then his power is no longer there. His power will not be as same as the power of the king. Only when the king is not there, he will have the power and authority of the king. But when the king returns, the substitute no longer has that glory, that power which he enjoyed when the king was not there. So that is the meaning of the greater glory doth dim the less, until a king be by. And then his state empties itself as doth an inland brook. Just as a small stream empties itself into the sea, so also the glory of the substitute will disappear, will diminish when the real king appears on the scene. Empties itself as doth an inland brook into the main of waters. Main of waters refers to the sea. The small brook will empty all the waters into the sea, and the glory of the substitute will be reduced, will be diminished with the presence of the king. It is your music, madam, of the house. Hark means listen. They hear the music. It is your music, madam, of the house. Nothing is good I see without respect. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than by day. The music which they hear in the silence of the early morning is much sweeter than if the same music has been played during the day when there are other sounds all around. Nothing is good I see without respect. Methinks it sounds much better than by day. Nothing is good in itself. Everything is affected by circumstances and situations. So this music, because it is played in the silence of the night, appears sweet and melodious. Nerissa, silence bestows that virtue on it. The music which they hear now is very harmonious, very delightful, very sweet because of the silence of the early morning. Portia, the crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark. Lark and nightingale are singing birds. They sing very, very sweetly. But if the nightingale and the lark sings when the crow is also there and the crow is cawing or making sounds, then the nightingale song will not appear melodious. The lark song will not appear melodious or sweet, because the sound of the crow disturbs the sounds of the song of the nightingale. Wren is also a song and a bird which does not sing. Lark and nightingale are singing birds. The crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark when neither is attended. So if the lark and the nightingale are not present and only the crow is singing, then the sound of the crow will not appear harsh or unpleasant when neither is attended. And I think the nightingale, if she should sing by day when every goose is cackling, the sound of the goose is not pleasant, is harsh and rough, not pleasant to hear, not sweet or melodious. But if the nightingale is singing when the goose is cackling, we cannot appreciate the melody of the nightingale. We cannot appreciate the sweetness of the nightingale song. The nightingale, if she should sing by day when every goose is cackling, would be thought no better a musician than the wren. Wren is not a singing bird. So if the nightingale sings when the goose is cackling, then there will be no music or melody in the song of the nightingale. How many things by seasoned are? It is the same with many things. How many things look better if things are done at the right time? Many things will look better if they are done at the right time. How many things by seasoned are, to their right praise and true perfection. Peace, ho, the moon sleeps with Endymion and would not be awakened. Moon is, Diana is the goddess of the moon. Endymion is a young youth who fell in love with the moon goddess and would not be awakened. Music ceases. So with that, we'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class.